Crackle like the shine! I heard that.
Hey, what's going on, guys? This is the RoG Podcast, episode 16 now. We'll be trying to get these out as frequent as possible. I'm your host today, RoG Steele. Got a lot of people with me today. RoG Hagley. What's going on, man?
Hey, what's up? I'm the commander of Warfare, and I like rainbows as well as Sprack.
Oh, yeah, rainbows. Also, I got Bifey joining me, the commander over Tempest, Gears of War Judgment Brigade. What's going on, man?
What's going on? I'm doing good, and I'm also fond of rainbows.
And then also I got Scotsman with me. How's it going, man?
I'm great. I'm kind of falling asleep here, but yeah, I'm great.
Yeah, that's true, man. It's pretty damn late right now, I bet, so...
Yeah,
I understand. Sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, though, right?
Woo!
Hey, we got RoG Vanity as well. Actually, I'm sorry, RoG Vanity SG, because he got promoted.
Yeah, get it right. What's up, guys? Shout out to Team Pretty, and shout out to Sprack Attack. Oh, wait, Sprack Attack, yeah, never mind. Sprack's in here. No.
Yeah, RoG Sprack's here? What? Looks like I had died off a cliff the other day.
Yeah, what's up, guys? I'm a captain in Warfare. I've pledged allegiance to the service of Hagley's Warfare regime, but I am a commander of my own. I command the Rainbow Tribe, so, shout out to the Rainbow Tribe.
Oh, my bad. I also forgot to mention my rank. I'm now a captain now in Hellfire.
Congrats, man.
Yeah, that's awesome. Good job, man.
To kick it off, though, I mean, there's a lot of things that have changed. There's only some promotions going on here. We got a few promotions, got a few SGs, a few new DGs, and you already know about RoG Vanity SG, so we'll talk about him a little bit later, but you can't forget about RoG Streak SG. He's a cool guy, and he did his thing really well, and he got promoted. We also got RoG Vicey DG that got promoted as well, and Mr. RoG Grizzly DG. And there's also one other promotion, and that is Mr. RoG Cobra, which is now an RV. So congrats to everyone. That just tells you the community is getting a lot bigger, and I'm looking forward to it. I mean, what are you guys thinking?
Well, I know that we have over 500-plus active members as of now that are in brigades and are participating in the rank structure, so that's awesome. That's probably one of our, highest numbers right now, and especially for it to be during the school year where a lot of people are attending classes, that's really good. So just, think in the summer, how's it going to be? We're definitely going to have a lot more than 500 by then, so that's really good. And I know that Vanity, he really was deserving of that. That guy was awesome, the best commander in all of RoG, or so I've heard. I don't really know him too well, but...
But honestly, since I've joined RoG at least, this is basically the biggest mass, promotions that's ever happened. And I think that due to the 500-plus active members, it's really helping out more room for people who are deserving of it to get promoted. So they go kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm pretty sure last podcast we had, weren't we celebrating 400 members? Or
yeah.
A week ago.
I literally checked the roster, and one day it was 452, and then I checked the roster 2 days later, 540. I was like, what? We got 100 people in 2 days? I was freaking out, dude. I didn't know what to think, and I was like, what the hell just happened right now?
I think part of that, it has to do with the whole top 100 clan thing. Ever since we've had that implemented onto our website to get people to vote, I think it's definitely brought us a lot of people. I know when I was commander in Warfare, we had a couple people who were like, yeah, I found it through top 100. You guys were top 3, top 5, and that's how I found you guys out. So I think that's definitely a good factor into why our numbers are increasing. So good idea to whoever thought of that.
And, the more people that are joining you, the more people that are recruiting. So, the bigger numbers you get, the more people you're going to get, just because more people are there to get their friends and all that. So, I assume that growth is just going to keep happening faster and faster.
It's true.
You should, however, take it with a grain of salt, though. In some context, when it comes to like recruiting people and then getting their friends to come, because sometimes if you recruit someone and they bring their friends, and let's say that person that you originally recruited leaves, then typically their friends follow their friends and then they leave. But that isn't always the case. But always, when you're recruiting, quality over quantity. That's one thing that I've always adhered to. So that's what we're about. Though when we say we have 500 plus active members, we really mean that we have that many active members. We keep activity reports so we know what's going on and who's doing what and who's doing not. So that's really what's making us different about any other community out there.
That's really good considering when I joined, which was just in January, like nearly 3 months ago, we were at 280, somewhere around 280 active members at that point. So that's a big jump in a couple of months.
Huge.
Big shout out to the recruitment team as well. So, the recruitment team's done a lot as well. I think just changed that team around a lot.
Yep, the recruitment team has been helping a lot, especially for new members who come in and want to recruit and help out the brigades as well. But recently in Warfare, we've expanded our numbers because we've had recruits coming in from recruits. So, like you said, we would have a recruit come in, and then he would tell his friends and even family to come in as well. So Warfare, we were like 45 2 weeks ago, and now we are up to 80 at this point. Huge numbers that are coming in. So we got to keep it on top of all of that.
That's really good, man, and that's 2 weeks. That's a loud progression, and that's hard to do. So good stuff there. Moving forward, one day I got on the website and I don't know, it's kind of early in the morning, and the website theme completely changed. And I was like, what? And I looked at it and I was like, wow, this actually looks a lot sleeker, and I like the design. What do you guys think about it? I think it's kind of cool.
I love the theme. I think it's really modern. I wasn't a fan of our the black default one that we had, and I like that we had options. But this one, I think it's better than all the ones that we have. It's just, it flows with the website. The colors, the red and black, they look a lot better. Everything's more sleek and modern, and I like the new interface. It's cool.
Yeah, I was just going to point out that it's actually expanded as well from the original. The original was smaller. This one's more expanded and more room, to put more things. And then the new titles that were just put in today, and then I think yesterday, it may have been today, the new titles actually fit with the new theme.
Yeah, everything really does look a lot better, and I think that the one thing about RoG that's different from a lot of those other clans that you may see on Top 100 Clans is that we kind of have a distinctive look. Our website is a lot more professional than that of other clans you might look at, and I think that this one actually goes along with the professionalism a lot more than the other one did. And so do the new user group tabs that Shadow made today. So.
Yeah, I actually commented on that thread, and I told Shadow, and I was like, man, dude, you're still good at graphics. Because ever since I've known the guy, he's always been at graphics. And I remember for the longest time he quit doing it, and then he just did website stuff. But man, he can still jam with it.
Yeah, he really can. The new titles look a lot more modern. The old ones that showed what brigade you were in were kind of plain. They didn't really go with the website. And I think these look a lot better. And to touch on what Sprock was saying, that's the first thing people look at is if how legitimate your website is. If you have a regular website that's .webs.com or whatever, no one's going to take you seriously. But to see that we have a full-blown website with a professional-looking skin that looks really nice, I think that's going to draw in a lot more attention. The skin's not overdone, but it looks very professional and a very clean look.
Okay, back on Black Ops 2. The trailer was released today. It's bringing, I believe, 3 new maps. I could be wrong about that, and then a new a new zombies map, which more or less is similar to Call of the Dead from the last one, and then they're bringing back a modern remake of the firing range, which actually really looks really nice. I can't say really good enough, but it looks nice. I don't know about the other two maps. I know that one of them contains lava, so it's like a modern city, and lava pours down, and it's sort of similar to the dam one, where the water flows through and kills you.
Oh, Hydro.
Yeah, Hydro. It'd be similar to that. I don't know anything about a new gun, but yeah, go ahead.
Basically, to be a little more specific on that, it says right here that the new maps are going to be Magma, which is the one with the lava that's going to, I guess, is going to be able to flow through the city, and you'll have to watch out for it and stuff, which might be kind of an annoyance more than anything else. But also Encore, which is basically like a stadium, like a rock stadium type thing. Studio, which is like a backlot behind a studio in Hollywood. And Vertigo, and I'm not quite sure which that one is, but what are your opinions on all these maps?
I really haven't seen anything. I mean, the only one that really caught my attention was the, I did not say catched, by the way. Cut that out. The one that caught my attention was the studio map, because it's going to be the remake of Firing Range, like Hagley said, and Firing Range was my favorite map on the first Black Ops. It was awesome. I mean, for any game mode, Demolition, Search, any of those, I mean, I just love playing it. So I'm really interested to see if it's going to have the same, same routes and stuff, just with different textures, because I know with Modern Warfare 3, when they brought back Terminal, they just changed the colors around. But this one is completely different. Like the setting's different. It's like they have Jurassic Park and they have a Western version part in the map or something. So it'll be a really interesting take, and I can't wait till it comes out. When is the release date? Do y'all know?
Yep. Yeah, 16th of April.
And the Zombies map, I mean, I don't know if y'all play Zombies or anything, but Zombies,
Hell yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Like that, it looks sick. I cannot wait to play it. I'm probably going to be playing it all day until I get tired of it, but
yeah, I'm probably going to get back into that game, I should say, here shortly, just to play Zombies, because I had some people that want to play today. They're like, hey, man, put some Zombies, but I was so hooked on Battlefield that I couldn't get off of it. But, I mean, these new maps, yeah, they look pretty legit, so...
I didn't know that Studio was a remake, shows how much I pay attention, that it's a remake of a Firing Range until you just said that. So before you said that, I was contemplating not even buying the map pack, but just because of that map, I'm probably going to buy it now. So
Yeah, one thing I like what Treyarch is doing with their Call of Duties is, this is coming from a non-Call of Duty player, really, but I like how they're bringing some settings that you don't normally see in a Warzone. Like they had that one map that was a skate park, and now they have like a rock studio, or whatever you described, which I think is awesome. It goes away from the whole, you're fighting in a city or a cliche forest environment, and I think that makes the maps a lot more eye-catching, and I think it's going to be really exciting to see how they play out.
Well, yeah, going back into the Zombies map, we didn't go back on to that, but it's supposed to be placed on Alcatraz, I believe, and it's, from what I heard, they're going to bring in celebrity guests like Call of the Dead did, but they're going to bring in, like, mobsters, so, like, Ray Liotta, and I don't know the other three, I just know Ray Liotta, but, yeah, it's supposed to be, like, expanded map that, takes place on Alcatraz, so that'd be really good.
I don't know about you guys, but I'm waiting for the actual zombie apocalypse to happen one of these days. And when it does, I'm not going to be able to tell the story because I'll probably be gone by then.
Yeah,
but
I'll be gone.
That's
I'll be one of the first ones
I cannot
gone.
wait for it to actually happen in real life. Like, I pray for it. I don't know if you should pray for something like that, but I pray
I don't know if
for
that's morally right, but all right.
Please, I hope somebody bites me and I become a zombie, because that would just be awesome. Like, I think I would sacrifice myself just so I could see how great it would be to be a zombie.
That would
Dude,
not be fun.
there's no cares in the world if you're a zombie. Like you're not picky about what you eat. I mean, you just see somebody on the street and you eat
Yeah,
them.
you
I
don't
mean,
care how you look. You don't care what
You're like,
you eat.
hey,
the cares of the
I
world
guess you
are
could
just
say you're a
non-existent
good person if you're a zombie. Yeah, you're a great person.
Maybe
You
a
don't
pretty
care what
zombie.
people think about you or anything.
have you ever met a polite zombie? Probably not. Probably never will.
They actually
pretty-
have a movie about that coming out, don't they? Like a romance story about a zombie
that
and a
already
human.
came
No
out.
way.
Oh, it came out already.
Yeah, it was trash.
It looked pretty, but it
You
looked
watched
pretty
it?
stupid. I just...
I mean, I love, like, zombie, I mean, all that romantic, like, Twilight stuff. Like, those are my favorite movies.
Oh God.
This one just didn't float my boat.
Wait, did you say Twilight didn't float your boat?
Yeah.
No, the one with the peaceful
He
zombies.
loved Twilight, dude.
No, I
Come
love
on.
Twilight.
Don't be kidding now about that. He loves Twilight.
Do you have
Yeah,
all the
Twilight.
books and stuff, or are you just a fan of the movies?
You know, I'm a fan of it all.
What's
you know,
your favorite
despite-
character?
Definitely.
Oh, yeah. You're definitely not
Oh.
a fan if you couldn't...
Dude, Edward, of course. Dude, have you seen... No, Edward.
Edward. Is that his real name in the movie, though? Is
Yeah,
that
that's his name in the movie.
Robert Pattinson.
Edward Scissorhands.
All right, guys. To get on to the gaming discussion here, the latest game that I've actually picked up is Gears of War Judgment. And I know Bifey as well has picked it up, and he actually is the commander over our newly founded Gears of War Judgment Brigade. So, I mean, he's probably got quite a good opinion on the game because he's played it quite a bit more than I have. I mean, I played it a little bit, and from what I played, I'm really impressed. But, I mean, what are you thinking, Bifey? Is this the best Gears of War game yet?
How I usually break it down is, well, first of all, it's a Gears of War game. So if you've hated previous Gears of War games, you're probably not going to like this one. I mean, it's all pretty much the same, and how I look at it is, if you're a hardcore Gears of War player, you'll think the game's okay, because it varied from the other ones. If you enjoyed Gears of War, then you'll love it. And if you've never played Gears of War, you will most likely not like it, because I think you can agree with me, it is probably the hardest game on the Xbox right now. As far as the learning curve, it's extremely difficult, and a lot of people put it down because they don't take the time to actually learn the mechanics, and I think more people need to give it a chance.
Yeah, from my first-hand experience, when I first turned the game on, I opened it up, put it in the disc tray, turned the game on. It was the graphics. I was absolutely blown away, and I realized that from Gears 3 to this new Gears game, I think the graphics have, in my opinion, dramatically improved. I mean, what do you think about that real quick?
Yeah,
I think they really improved a lot.
I think it's
Like
beautiful.
the textures, the lighting, I mean, everything is, it feels like it's a next-gen game almost.
Well, I think
And-
Gears of War had that, like, Gears of War 3
Yeah,
had that
had that.
apocalyptic feel to it. Everything was dead. You know, everything was washed out. There wasn't a lot of color because it was the last game in the series, and now, you know, they bring back Judgment, which is colorful. It's full of flashbacks. Changed the gameplay a lot. So I think they did that on purpose.
Yeah. I mean, from my experience, though, overall, I've definitely had some time to play it, and first of all, the controls are a little bit different. Like, it's weird now that you push Y button to change your gun, but I found that after a certain amount of time, you get used to it. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just so weird. I'm just so used to using the D-pad to, like, go to my shotgun and
Yeah.
just smash somebody in the face real fast with the Nasher. That piece of shit sawed off, which is now actually good because it has two shots in the chamber.
Yeah,
It's just pretty sick.
definitely a lot better.
But yeah, like I said, the graphics were a big thing. The story seems really good and dynamic, how you play different roles of the people that collide in this whole thing. I don't want to spoil the story for anybody, but it's pretty cool, and I'm sure people come to like it. Overall, it's great, though. I would say, from what I'm playing, it's, in my opinion, better than Gears 1, and I thought Gears 1 was the best game, period.
Yeah, it's definitely, it takes a new toll on the story. For those of you who don't know, if you want to pick it up for the story, it's, Kilo Squad is, they got in trouble, and I'm not going to give away what they did, but the game starts off, you're in a courtroom, and you play through their testimonies. Like, everything you're playing is a story that they're telling. So while you're playing, it's almost like they're commentating the story. So it feels scripted almost in a way. Like, all the events are pretty scripted, but if you adjust to it, it is a really fun campaign.
And the road running is a lot faster, it seems, too.
It is, yeah. Yeah, guys, speaking of Gears of War, I mean, for those of you who know Tempest, the brigade I'm over, that I'm really thankful that I got the opportunity to do, is actually going great. In fact, it's almost going too well. I mean, we're already up to 30 members, and it's kind of forcing us to have a company split. And we definitely have the leadership to do it. We picked up 4 or 5 guys out of the 30 that are really active. They really want to be a part of the community. So I've been speaking with Viper a lot, and they want to give them a shot. And you can expect our first company split here in the next week or two. So it's going really great. The only problem we have right now is since there's so many people coming in, I think right now we have like 15 privates. So,
oh shit.
Yeah, it's very crammed up at the bottom. So if you look at my brigade list, actually, it's not even updated. I mean, some of the links, some of the names aren't even linked because after talking to Viper, there's going to be so many changes here in the next couple days that we're just going to wait and change it all at once. So definitely keep up with Tempest. You're going to see some big things. And I don't want to say too much about it, but there will be a Gears of War tournament coming up. But that's all I'm going to say. So you'll have to tune in to see what we're going to do with the tournament.
Well, tournaments are great. That's a lot of fun, and I need to get into one of these tournaments one of these days because it's usually when they do it on weekends, and I usually work weekends. So, but I can't wait to get into the tournament. And on the other note, we're going to do something a little bit different tonight. We're going to do a thing called a series of questions here, and Bifey has a couple questions that he's going to just randomly ask us, and we'll respond, and we'll have our own way of looking at it or responding to it. So, Bifey.
All right. First question. These are all going to be really random questions. We only have 3 of them, so let's kick it off with Hagley. So, for some reason, you cannot have your gamer tag anymore, and you have to use someone else's in RoG. Whose gamer tag would you steal, and why?
Oh, wow. Honestly, since I know him pretty well and I know the position that he's in, I'd probably take Cobra's, just because the name is, really cool, and the name actually has a leadership role built within, so it, fit me.
All right, that's a good answer. What about you, Vanity?
If I had to steal somebody else's, I would steal RoG Pink SG's simply because she's pretty, I'm pretty. Why not be pretty in pink? Shout out to me.
That's a good movie.
That's pretty good rhymes to it, too.
All right, what about you, Sprock?
I'd probably have to take both Vipers and Cobras. Is that okay? And can I mix them together?
Oh, you're greedy.
Yeah, that's...
He's needy, more like it.
Yeah, I'll take Viper and Cobra and I'll mix them together and make it like Vobra or something because, they're both pretty deadly snakes and, I consider myself a threat to everything. I mean, I'm pretty ferocious myself, so I'd definitely be RoG Vobra.
Vobra. All right, what about you, Scotsman?
Simple. I would have to go with Vicey, mainly because he's Scottish as well.
He's Scottish, yeah.
Okay, what about you, Steele?
I'd honestly have to say RoG Shadow RV, just for the sole fact that I suck at graphics. I want to get good at graphics. If I was him, I'd be just making some sick shit and be all good to go.
All right.
Might as well take Haley's name.
Yeah, for me, I don't know why, and I hate to call you out, but I'd probably take Vanity's name, just because when I first joined, your name caught my eye for some reason. I don't know if it's because you were a commander, but I definitely take your...
Green, dude, it's the green.
It's the green. It was the green. It had to have been. I don't know.
Pair on the pants. I'm taking it back to the pants store right now.
Yeah. That or Grizzly. Grizzly's kind of a cool name. I like grizzly too. But second question. This one is, are you a fox or are you a bear? Now, which one would you compare yourself more to, and why? We'll start with Haley.
Jeez.
Oh, damn. I'd probably go with a bear just because they sleep, I believe, half the year. They're lazy and they're dominant over almost everything. So if you come in contact with a grizzly, you're probably dead.
That's a good answer. What about you, Vanity?
I would be a fox because foxes are foxy and they're typically characterized as cunning
You were going
creatures
to say that.
and they have magical powers.
So,
And they're pretty.
awesome, man.
Are they pretty in pink, or are they just pretty?
I don't know. I've never seen a fox in real life, but
Oh, well, then you're missing out.
Yeah, you are missing out. They're awesome. What about you, Sprague?
You know, I think I'd have to choose a bear because, like I said, I am the commander of the Rainbow Tribe, and in no way is that's not associated with ROG in any way. That's just, I call myself that. But anyways, look at a fox and look at a bear. And if you're smart in any way, you would understand that a bear would look way better just flying through a rainbow than a fox would. It'd just be so much more graceful and
Probably
so
be
much
more visible.
Yeah, exactly. It'd be more beautiful. It'd be more graceful. Like, I mean, just imagine a bear flying through a rainbow. I mean, if your heart doesn't melt, then I don't know. I don't think you have a soul.
I feel you.
All right, Scotsman.
I really don't know. If I had to pick, it'd probably be a grizzly, like a bear. I mean, it's like, I'm like the same size as one anyway, so I might as well be a bear.
I like that. And Steel.
I'll be a big-ass bear, because if someone wants to mess up my day, dude, I just claw their face off and call it good. I would love it.
I guess I'm the only
Right.
foxy one here. That's okay.
No, personally, I'd probably be a fox as well, just because
Yeah.
I'm not a big guy. I'm actually really skinny. In fact, probably too skinny. So I picture myself as a fox, not really a bear. And the third and final question is, so there's two buttons you can press. One button guarantees you $1,000. The second button gives you a 50-50 at $10,000. Which one do you push and why? Hagley.
Okay, speaking mathematically, you'd probably go with, if you were offered two buttons and if you were to choose the 1,000 one, that would immediately, change your mind to the 10,000 one. So I'd probably go with the 10,000 one because, what's the other choice for 10,000 50-50?
You get nothing.
Oh, nothing? I'm guessing popular choice, so I'd go with 10,000.
What about you, Vanity?
Well, I would push the one that gave me like 100% chance of getting what's it called, the $1,000 because it's just guaranteed.
I'd have to go with the 50-50 for the 10,000 because money isn't everything. If I get the 10,000 bucks, I got 10,000 bucks. But if I don't get the 10,000 bucks, I mean, I'm still flying through rainbows with my grizzly bears. So, it don't matter.
Money isn't everything, but you go for the one with the most money.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if you get money, I mean, why not more money? But if you
But money isn't everything.
I'd stick with the bear.
Money's nice, though, 'cause you can get cool stuff, new cars, new games, new clothes.
Now
you
with
can buy a new bear.
$10,000, you can't get a new car.
You
It's
can
like a
get
down
grizzly
payment.
bear,
Dude, listen,
put them on
what you don't
rainbow.
understand is a grizzly bear is good for everything. You don't need a car because you can ride your grizzly bear. You don't need a plane, you can fly your grizzly bear. You don't need clothes because you can use the skin of your grizzly bear. And you don't need food because when you get hungry, you can kill your grizzly bear and eat it.
I bet it tastes grizzled, too. Ugh.
Ooh, wow. That was
Ooh.
punny.
That was a risky pun right there.
That was a punishing one.
Oh my God! All right, I'm gonna end this. Scotsman.
I would just have to go with the 1,000 because that's one hell of a night out.
That's true.
That's
A lot of burgers and vodka, Scotsman.
A lot of vodka, and you could have a lot of
Vodka for Steel to steal from you.
No, the
Steal to steal from you? That's great.
Come on.
I'll take your vodka right now.
Amara.
All right, Steele.
I'd have to gamble for it and say 10 G's or nothing. That's just how I roll sometimes. I mean, don't get me wrong, though. When I gamble, I don't really gamble. So, I mean, it's very rarely. But when I do gamble, I put very little bit, a couple pennies, a couple dimes. I don't put like $10 down and be like, yo, throw it down, I take it easy. So, but in this case, it's like 10 G's, 1,000 G's, 1,000, I'll go for 10 G's any day of the week.
Yeah, for me, it's go big or go home. I mean, 10,000, and if I walk away, oh well, I left with what I came with. So, it's not my problem. But that's it for the questions. If you guys want to see more of these, just let us know, and we'll be sure to write more up.
All right, we're going to go ahead and close this out. Before we do that, I'm going to go down the line here and see if anyone has any closing remarks. So, spread it out. If you got anything before we end this shizola.
I just want to say that I love my section. I love Warfare. I love Aftershock. You guys are the best Call of Duty brigades that I could have ever been blessed with. Shout out to Hagley and Starstruck, the commanders of that brigade, and shout out to Rangers, the LTC. You guys are doing a great job, and I just wanted to say that on the podcast. That's all I got to say.
Cool. Go for it, Hagley.
Well, this is too sprack. You know what's better than a bear flying over a rainbow? A bear with a cape flying over a rainbow.
That's true.
Ooh. Wow.
Yeah, I just beat you.
And that's why we have a commander in Warfare, is so he can give us advice on what looks better when you're flying through a rainbow.
Absolutely.
All right, Bifey.
Well, I'd just like to give a shout out to the redheaded stepchild of RoG Tempest. I think we're doing great. We're off in our own little corner, but we're doing well.
Just remember, if you're ever on the forums, if you're ever talking to fellow members, I don't know why I'm telling you this, but it's very important. And you happen to come across someone that you're not very fond of and you fight with them, just always be the bigger person, and, remember, peace, love, and butterflies. Peace, love, and butterflies.
And rainbows.
Peace, love, butterflies, rainbows, and grizzly bears with capes on.
Yeah.
And foxhounds. Or not foxhounds, I mean foxes.
Yeah, can't forget about us.
Vanity is so foxy.
Oh, thanks.
Yeah.
All right, and if you've actually been listening this far, then you're not going to say Vanity's pretty in the comments below. You're
Not.
actually going to say Steel rules and Vanity is not sexy.
Steel rules,
Say
vanity
that below.
rules. Steel rules,
See,
vanity.
now you're lying.
I want you to say that on the comments below or in the forums here. So, and I know Mr. Super Pro 69 wants this. He loves those kind of things, so I'm bringing that back into the mix. So, if you actually listen this far, then do that. But other than that, guys, I think we've had a long show tonight, and it's been a lot of fun. So, thank you everybody for showing up, and we will get it going next time.